Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, today on our channel, Directus, we have the great honor to host the retired Indian General, Mr. Bakshi. Good evening. How are you? It's a great honor to have you on our channel to discuss the burning issues relating to the latest military conflict between India and Pakistan. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. It's always nice to talk to our friends in Greece. We have such strong historical ties.
Yes,
And so much of Hellenic art came to us via Alexander
of course.
327, BCE. So
Yeah.
our ties go back to that time.
We have many
Our ties
common.
go back to that time. Yes.
Mr. Bakshi, we have seen that in the Pakistani attacks against India, Turkish drones played a central role. Drones that India successfully countered, of course, with the appropriate technology. But what is the climate for Turkey in India now? I can see that there is a big wave of anger against Turkey in India. We have boycott Turkey, and it's the first trend in all Indian social media. So, which measures will India take against Turkey and against its interference in the region and in the Pakistan?
You see, Erdogan has dreams of reviving the Ottoman Empire. He wants to be the Caliph of the entire Muslim world as it was before World War One. Before Kemal Ataturk came and secularized Italy. Erdogan has dreams of empire, grandeur, lost grandeur. The problem is his country's economy is faltering. He is facing political problems at home. And he is trying to project himself as the Caliph, as the Messiah of the Muslim world. He wants to replace Saudi Arabia as the center of the Muslim world. And to that extent, he's been trying to help Pakistan. He's been supporting Pakistan's claims on Jammu and Kashmir, which had rightfully legally acceded to India. There is no question of Pakistan having any say in Jammu and Kashmir. And yet, Erdogan's Turkey was trying to, he's been trying to supply arms to Pakistan. He supplied a hell of a lot of drones. His son owns a drone factory and he sold a lot of drones, Barketiar and the other drones to Pakistan. On the very first day, on the 7th, in retaliation for the massacre in Pahalgam, we hit the Pakistani terrorist bases, headquarters and camps. 9 of them in Pakistan. 5 in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir and 4 in the heartland of Punjab. Bhavalpur, headquarters of the Jaish-e-Mohammed. Muridke, headquarters of Lashkar-e-Toiba. And then, Sialkot, headquarters of Hizbul Mujahideen. We have bombed them to, rubble. We have bombed down these headquarters to rubble to give a clear message to Pakistan that there is no place in Pakistan where you can hide. We will get you and we will destroy you. Right? We had hoped Pakistan would learn the lesson. We had given them an off-ramp. But Pakistan, with the help of China and Turkey, decided to escalate. The first day on the 8th, they let loose some 400 drones, Turkish and Chinese drones. Over 90% of them were shot down by our integrated air defense system. And we used the legacy L-70 Bofors guns, the Zu-23 twin guns and the 4-barrel Shilkas, kinetic and non-kinetic means, electronic warfare. Not a single drone got through to any of our military targets, which they were trying to hit, 15 targets. And the same night, we hit them back. We took out their air defenses, their Chinese radars, their Chinese HQ-9, Hong-9 surface-to-air missile batteries. We took them all out and we hit a number of their airfields. And then Pakistan retaliated with tactical ballistic missiles, which could have a nuclear warhead or a conventional warhead. And they fired one towards Delhi and one towards Amritsar. Now, this was a major provocation. We had no way of knowing whether the tactical ballistic missile, the Shaheen 1, Shaheen 2, and the, Fateh 2 missile, whether they had nuclear warheads or conventional warheads. So we decided to hit out of the 12 Pakistani air bases, 11. We have pulverized 11 Pakistani air bases, including the one at their capital, Islamabad, which is the Noor Khan Air Base. And then we hit the Sargodha, their main air base, which has, tunnels where their nuclear warheads are stored in the Kirana Hills. We hit the entrance of those tunnels. And, there was a radioactive cook-off inside. And there were, there was almost a massive explosion which caused earthquake 4.2 on the Richter scale and then 5.7. So quite certainly there has been a radiological cook-off and Pakistan can't access its nuclear warheads. We destroyed 4 of their radars. We have, shot down 4 F-16 fighters and destroyed 4 on the ground. So 8 F-16 fighters gone, 2 Mirages gone. And also we have knocked down, we hit 1 AWAC, Swedish AWAC on the ground. And next we hit, the 1 AWAC with our surface to air S-400 Russian missiles, which can see up to 600 kilometers with their radar and knock down enemy aircraft at 400 kilometers range. That means any aircraft taking off anywhere in Pakistan can be shot down by us, right? We hit their Rahim Yar Khan base, Karachi base, and all 4 major radars, including American radars and Chinese radars, were knocked out. Their surface-to-air missile batteries were knocked out. And Pakistan has suffered extensive damage. 9 terrorist bases destroyed, 11 air bases hit very hard, 4 radar sites gone, and about 14 aircraft destroyed, including 1 IL-78 air-to-air refueler, 1 C-130 transport. So about 13 aircraft have been destroyed, either on the ground or in the air. And Pakistan tried to spin a yarn that it had shot down 3 Rafales and 2 other Indian fighters. Bullshit. They haven't been able to produce any evidence towards that end. And the simple fact is we had used pilotless target aircraft with the electronic payloads to depict our Pakistan. Now, Turkey decided to help Pakistan. They sold them at the last minute. They sent a plane load of C-130 drones, full of drones. Almost all, 90% plus of these drones and Barkatyars have been shot down, making very bad press PR for the Turkish drones. I don't think anybody will waste money on Turkey's drones because they don't work. They were all shot down by us.
Yeah.
They have fired a total Pakistan of almost 800 drones against India over 3 days. And almost 95% of them failed to come anywhere close to our targets. Our air defense was so good. We have a satellite navigation system up there. We don't need the GPS. We don't need the GLONASS. We don't need the Chinese Bidiao navigation system. We have our own, which gives us accuracy of 1 meter circular error of probability.
Yes.
So with that, our offensive and defensive operations have been greatly helped technologically. We have used our BrahMos supersonic cruise missiles to knock out their air bases, crater their runways, destroy their radars, and hit their nuclear weapon storage sites. Right? Our Akash surface-to-air missiles have performed wonderfully well. In single shot, they had 88% kill probability. And fired in salvo, the kill probability was 99%. So I think we've done as good, if not better than even Israel, in our air defense. And in our air attack, we use the Israeli Harpy drones, Horop drones, to hit wherever the Pakistani radars opened up. These are radiation homing drones. They destroyed their radars. And Pakistan ultimately had to take most of its air force to the west and leave the skies clear. We bombed the daylights out of them. They could do nothing. They tried to fire their tactical ballistic missiles, cruise missiles, drones. Every single one of them almost was shot down. Just about 4 to 5% got through. And that too, they did not hit targets, but mostly hit civilian areas.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
as far as this war is concerned, it has been a straightforward victory for India. Foreign experts like Tom Cooper, an Austrian military aviation specialist, and we have John Sinclair and experts from the King's College in London who are saying India has won a clear victory. It was able to do escalation dominance. It was able to terminate the conflict at its own terms without getting into endless wars like the Americans got into Iraq and Afghanistan.
Yes. And
So I think there is a lot to be satisfied about. And now that Turkey has misbehaved, we have carefully observed which country did what during this crisis. Turkey misbehaved with India. When Turkey had an earthquake, India was the first responder. We sent our national disaster response force teams to dig out their people from under the rubble. And this is how Turkey has repaid us. So too can play this game. We would be happy to help our friends in Greece. We would be happy to share with you, we can sell you our BrahMos supersonic cruise missiles, which just can't be intercepted. They have worked so well. They are combat tested. We can sell you our Akash surface-to-air missiles. We can send you our Pinaka multi-barrel rocket launch systems. And we have developed the ATAGS, Advanced Towed Artillery Gun System. This is 155 millimeter gun, which is better than the American gun of the same class. The American guns fires to 45 kilometer, we fire to 48. They fire 3 rounds per minute, we fire 5 rounds per minute. So Indian defense equipment is combat proven, and you have problems with Turkey. We will like to pay Turkey back in the same coin. And should Greece want, we would be happy to sell to Greece at, our weapon systems, which are combat tested, and could create serious problems for Turkey if it ever decides to have a conflict with Greece over Cyprus or any other issue.
Yes. So you believe that will the Indian presence in the Eastern Mediterranean or in the Aegean Sea will give an emphatic response to Turkey? Because, as you told before, Turkey is provoking Greece and Cyprus. How will respond to Turkey, Greece and India? This is my last question.
Absolutely, tit for tat. We will pay you back to Turkey back in its own coin. All the drones and weapons that Turkey supplied, including 2 mobile command and control centers for air defense, they were blasted by us. They were blasted by us at the Noor Khan Air Base, right? And Turkey is now planning to give them surface-to-air missiles because the Chinese surface-to-air missiles simply failed. It has been a PR disaster for Chinese firms. Their stocks of the Chengdu Corporation, Avic Corporation have fallen very steeply as a result of the conflict that was fought, where their weapon systems failed so badly, so dismally against India. So Turkey's weapon systems have failed. His son, Erdogan's son, runs that drone factory, which sold hundreds of drones to Pakistan, none of which have worked. So they have made a lot of money from Pakistan by giving them third-rate stuff which doesn't work on the battlefield. And now they can try some of their other equipment, we will destroy it. But it will not be a one-way street. If Turkey can sell weapons to Pakistan, so can India sell weapons to Greece and pay it back in its own coin. And should Turkey misbehave beyond that, Turkey should not forget that India is a nuclear power. We have the second largest army, fourth largest air force, fourth largest navy in the world, right? And it will be very tough for Turkey if it decides to intervene in any conflict with Pakistan hereinafter. It has been put on notice that unfriendly acts like this, that there are Turkish companies trying to do business in India, they can pack up and get lost.
Yes.
We would welcome Greece to come in their place and take on that cargo handling and other things in case you want to. Our doors are open to Greece. Greece and India have long-standing civilizational ties. And it is time that Turkey is made to pay for its ambitions, unwarranted ambitions of being a global caliphate, heading a global caliphate and creating jihads and violence and fasad and bloodshed all over the world. They should learn to mind their own business and stay within their own borders. Otherwise, people will pay them back in their own coin.
Yes. Mr. Bakshi, thank you so much. It was a pleasure to have you here.
God bless you. God
bless
bless. Long live India-Greece friendship.
Thank you.
Jai Hind.
Jai Hind.
Thank you.
Jai Hind. Jai Mast.
Ητοπάθεια, υποχωρητικότητα, κατευνασμός.
Θέλω να ευχαριστήσω την κυβέρνηση των Ηνωμένων Πολιτειών για την πρωτοβουλία και τη βοήθειά τους.
Το ντόμινο των υποχωρήσεων στο Αιγαίο του Σταύρου Καλεντερίδη κυκλοφορεί από τις εκδόσεις Ινφογνώμων. Το βιβλίο εμβαθύνει ιστορικά στις τρεις κρίσεις που οδήγησαν την Ελλάδα στην ανοχή της αναθεωρητικής πολιτικής της Τουρκίας μέχρι σήμερα. Εισβολή και κατοχή του βόρειου τμήματος της Κύπρου, δόγμα γαλάζιας πατρίδας, τουρκολιβικό μνημόνιο. Συγκλονιστικές αποκαλύψεις μέσα από προσωπικές συνεντεύξεις διπλωματών, στρατιωτικών και πολιτικών, αποχαρακτηρισμένα αρχεία των ΗΠΑ και πρακτικά της Τουρκικής Βουλής. Αποκτήστε το βιβλίο με ένα κλικ στο infognomon.gr.
Ο Γιώργος Κουκάκης είναι ένας απόστατος αξιωματικός, υπηρέτησε και νομίζω είναι συνταγματάρχης στην αποστρατεία, πρόσφατα αφιπηρέτησε, ήταν και στις ειδικές δυνάμεις, διαβασμένο παιδί, έκανε ήδη ένα βιβλίο από χθες, εκδόθηκε το νέο του βιβλίο. Για κοιτάξτε τι λέει εδώ. Γιώργος Κουκάκης. Ένοπλες συγκρούσεις και εθνική ασφάλεια στον 21ο αιώνα. Ουκρανία, Λωρίδα της Γάζας, Ναγκόρνο Καραμπάχ, Αφγανιστάν, επιχείρηση Ασπίδες. 1. Διεπιστημονική μελέτη της χρήσης ένοπλης βίας υπό το πρίσμα των διεθνών σχέσεων, της στρατηγικής, της στρατιωτικής επιστήμης και του διεθνούς δικαίου. Αυτό λοιπόν είναι το νέο βιβλίο. Ακούστε, εμείς προσπαθούμε ως εκδοτικός οίκος τον τομέα της στρατηγικής, της εθνικής ασφάλειας, των πληροφοριών να τον καλύψουμε, γιατί στην Ελλάδα, ξέρετε, ήταν παρεξηγημένος. Η εθνική ασφάλεια αποτελεί προϋπόθεση για την ανάπτυξη κάθε κράτους και την ευημερία των πολιτών του. Και να αφήσουμε τις προκαταλήψεις. Μας λέει λοιπόν ο συγγραφέας, σκοπός του βιβλίου είναι η διεπιστημονική μελέτη της χρήσης και απειλής χρήσης ένοπλης βίας υπό το πρίσμα των διεθνών σχέσεων, της στρατηγικής, της στρατιωτικής επιστήμης, του διεθνούς δικαίου και της εθνικής ασφάλειας. Ορίστε, αυτό είναι το βιβλίο. Μπορείτε να το προμηθευτείτε από το βιβλιοπωλείο μας. 2-10-33-16-036 είναι το τηλέφωνο και φυσικά η ιστοσελίδα είναι infognomon.gr. infognomon.gr.